Good on over there.
You might be
It's
low.
coming.
I should be bugging up.
Oh, there you go.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we love to give our glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakah.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach this truth on the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right, new moon came in tonight. Spirit got brothers together, you know what I'm saying? About to go into the live stream. What's the title of the lesson again?
It's you need tension in order to operate a bow and arrow.
Right.
You know,
And physically, if I can physically, like literally to actually operate a bow and arrow, the tension is in the string, right? The pulling back of the string. So first and foremost, before the arrow is actually released, there's a buildup. You know, you gotta actually put the arrow in the right placement of the bow, right? And then you gotta pull the string back. Not only you just pull the string back and shoot, no, you gotta aim it right. You gotta have the right trajectory. You gotta know where the winds. You gotta know where the weather of the winds, which way the wind is going, so in order to shoot it the right way. So it's a very intricate process, man. And that's how the Lord is going to do with these prophecies as well, man. The scriptures say, no, I ain't gonna jump the gun.
If I could add, you need a target. You need to know what you're shooting at. So the Lord already got the target set in motion, man. Which happened? Oh, go ahead, Salaki.
Was the sound something messed up? Sound?
No, that's good.
All right, come on.
You know, I was gonna say, man, the Lord, or we already know, you know, the Lord's target, man. You know, as the scripture say, he shall not miss. You know, so you bros got it in the precepts.
You want the Matthew?
No, you can jump in that second Ezra 15.
This is second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
And see, and the Lord's not going to allow us to falter here in Babylon the Great, man. All right, he's not going to the scriptures talk about that he has care for his elect. You know, so the care is what ultimately salvation. So while we're going through these things that leading up to Jacob's trouble and before the nuke said, you know, there's going to be some perilous times. Can the brother get that? In the last days, perilous times shall come.
And if I can add real quick, pursuing what's that, Revelation 11? We know that this is spiritual Sodom and Egypt because the Lord delivered us before. That's why he referencing it and conveying that thought to the prophet Ezra. You know, that in the latter days, you know, you'll be saved from Egypt again. And we know through Jeremiah that this deliverance is going to, man, make that look like child's play. I got it.
Done.
The 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
And that word perilous going back to the word dangerous, you know what I'm saying, or trying. You got it, right? It
says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy.
And see, and they meaning they have no order. That's all the synopsis of you have no order, man. So in these last days, the Lord is going to turn these type of spirits up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing that's happening, halfway across the world, will end up coming to Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
You know,
and give you the characteristics of the ones that won't belong to him here in these latter days, and the way they will be conducting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because the ones that truly do belong to Yahweh Shem Al Shai, they're gonna be putting on as the elect, like the scriptures say. Right? So it says, verse 3, it says, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Meaning they're gonna speak evil of the prophets because they run not to the same excess of riot. You know what I'm saying? Because see it's Halloween today. They out there celebrating trick or treating, wearing costumes, getting candy, doing all that bullshit. But it's no coincidence that these holidays that they celebrate always falls on the Most High's holy days. Like this is it's a Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? The shit that they out there doing, that's idol worship. I was just reading Isaiah the 3rd chapter through the spirit. Well, I was reading Isaiah 1, 2, and 3. It's talking about that idol worship, the shit that Jake do. You know what I'm saying? And their disobedience and refusing to walk according to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. And when you read the scriptures, that's always Jake Plight. You know what I'm saying? They disobedient to Yahweh Shemel Shai. It's a judgment that's gonna come for that.
And that's why, like, if I can add real quick, within those first couple of chapters, that's why Yahweh Shemel told us, I'm gonna despise your feast days, and things of that nature, because
That's
the
right.
point that the brother made. You know, you can read countless times where Jake was like, okay, we're gonna get right, and then they went right back to hell off. I'm thinking about the book of Judges, and that's why it's so crazy right now, because the Lord is testing our faith, seeing if you really, really mean it this time, because this is the last captivity. So it's not time to be consumed by these things, because that's going to actually contribute to the tension. You know, being that wicked spirit. If you're not covered by the blood of Yahweh Shemel Shai, then you bound to die in these times. They'll stay with the Lord, but certain things have to happen first. Hence the tension on that bow and arrow.
You're right. And then too, that is gonna cause tension, because you got to think about when they got troops on the ground. Think about when the next lockdown come. And now these motherfuckers can't go out and do the shit that they participating in right now. Because the scriptures say, it says, 2 Timothy 3 and 4, it says, traitors, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of the Most High. The ones that love the Most High, we're gonna follow the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And then when we get fenced in, it's gonna be easy, because we've been serving Yahweh Shemel Shai already. They ain't been doing it. They ain't turned back. They ain't repented. So they doing them out here trick-or-treating. That's lovers of that. That's lovers of the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Pleasures of themselves. You know what I'm saying? They pleasing the flesh right now. You feel what I'm saying? You can't tell them that the Lord ain't with the shit that they out there doing. You feel what I'm saying? It make them feel some type of way, because you ain't speaking. You telling them right things, not the smooth things. That's what make these niggas gnash on you with their teeth, like the scripture say, because you telling them the shit that's gonna cause them to get right, but they don't want to get right. So it's at verse 5. It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Man, you stay away from motherfuckers like that, because they talk a good game. The scriptures say how they mouth. He said, with their lips they do honor me, but their heart is far from me. So motherfuckers talk like they with Yahweh Shemel Shai, but their actions show otherwise.
Hey, and it mentioned men being traitors, man.
Yeah.
You gonna be down until you ain't down no more. You know, you gonna have men in the truth that's gonna turn it denounce the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai just to feed their family, man. You know, all of this is just attention added on in the Lord's movie, man. You know,
even the judgment, the Lord is building up with His judgment. Now you're starting to see these different celebrities starting to get stroked by the Lord, man. You got niggas in that but the elder brother did a beautiful lesson, and I forget his name, but it's entitled basically niggas is in that Barabbas spirit, and then they got put a picture of Lil Durk on there. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, here it is. The Lord is judging these different celebrities. Wiz Khalifa, that's another one. My brother did a lesson on that nigga. These different celebrities that's been, blankly denouncing the name of the Heavenly Father or worship Satan. The Lord has been judging their ass. And that judgment is going to get more intense, more intense, more intense.
Hey, that's the spirit you say. They get what you asked for, because He said, let this blood be upon us and our children.
Exactly.
And that's why we understand the concept of regeneration through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So it don't come as no surprise to us, or people catching hell, even babies. It don't matter. If you was one of them people back then, when Yahweh Shai was on the cross, you chose Barabbas over Yahweh Shai, you paying for it right now.
Well, whatever a man sows, that's what he's also going to reap, man. You know, so everything is a cause and reaction. You know,
No.
Was it brother reading something?
Yeah, that's 2 Ezra 15. This 2 Ezra 15 and 11 says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
And that's what we're waiting on, man. We're waiting on those plagues, and we see the Lord already starting, man, hammering the hell out of Florida, right? You know what I'm saying? The things that are going on in the so-called Middle East, man. You know, all these tensions and the the Euphrates River, well, it's been drying up, but all these prophetic things that are happening, man. It's showing you that the tension, that bow is almost to the point where it's at maximum.
Yeah, you can't pull it back.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You struggling. You know what I'm saying? Your fingers start to shake. You know.
That's some tensions. You read that verse back, Baba Kashaf?
This is 2 Ezra 15, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
Because that's the tension. Now the Lord bring these different plagues, these different calamities. You had the storms that hit different parts of the Americas. You got the storms. You got this immigrant. You got the immigrant crisis. Now you got them blowing up election ballot booths. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that loom. You know what I'm saying? You got civil war to bring. You know what I'm saying? Because you got these motherfuckers really at each other neck about who's going to office, whether it be Kamala or whether it be Donald Trump. This shit a real thing. It's gonna go ahead. I'll get it.
Because people know and people feel it. Whatever happens after this election, America is going to reach a point of no return.
Yes.
They know it's going to be a whole different system that's about to be put in place, man. I got a precept too. Everybody, when you done with that verse.
Coming. It's 2 Ezra 15 and 12. Egypt shall
finished 11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Bring the scripture out.
Yeah.
All right. This 2 Ezra chapter 16. And I'm gonna start at verse 3. It said, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?" And guess what? The sword of the Lord right now is Esau Edom. So when the Lord put a spirit on this devil to come down with great wrath, that's what it's gonna ain't gonna be no more going back to normal.
Yep.
Ain't gonna be no more everything you getting your job back and the stores is back full. You know, a regular life and a regular day. No. When Esau come with great wrath, everything is going to be in shambles. And everybody is going to be shaken up, man. It says, verse 4, "A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues." Oh, man, it's lucky. It says, this phone be jumping. Folks, y'all forgive me. It says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Because these plagues is coming from on high, man. All right? And the only one who could take away the plagues that they sending is the Lord himself.
That's right.
But he didn't say that he was going to take away the plagues, right? He didn't. Hey, even in ancient Egypt, the Lord, Pharaoh kept begging Moses to take away the plagues, man. And guess what? They just kept adding on and adding on and adding on. Well, that's what's going to happen this time, man. Yeah. You know, the people going to be pleading for things to go back to normal, things go back regular, and that's not what's going to, things just going to keep getting worse and worse. Like the tension is going to keep building up as that arrow goes back, man.
Yeah, it's only I was
gonna
say it's only a short period of time for you to be able to hold those strings before you let it go, man. You know,
that's just like what is it in Revelations where he say hold back the angels that's holding back the four corners of the earth. Saying like, you know what I'm saying, no, don't let them go into like to the elect be sealed, and that's what's going on. And it's so crazy too. Even when we talk about the tension, times are speeding up in these tense times. You feel what I'm saying? Like weeks is going, days is going, years is going. Hell, it seems like shit. To be honest with you, it seems like we ain't so too far removed from the pandemic. You feel what I'm saying? When that shit took place, and now with the times that we living in, you like, goddamn. That was just what exactly. You like, damn, that's just that shit 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago. You like, goddamn. But the Lord speeding up the time for the elect. Say he said if he didn't, then no flesh would be saved. Yeah. The Lord ain't gonna let this devil get away with the shit he done did, and he gonna let him perform the enterprise of his heart, with the paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? All this shit coming to an end, but with all these things coming to an end, that's what brings the tensions. You know what I'm saying? Because like the brother said, like, you know what I'm saying, these motherfuckers think that it's gonna be like these motherfuckers really believing that make America great again shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's over with. Jake got it.
What I was going. Somebody grabbed that Revelation 18 about with those violence, that great city Babylon be thrust down, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna finish this out.
Oh yeah.
It was a point I wanted to grab. This phone keep jumping. It says verse.
What you got? I'll read it for you.
2 Ezra 16 and 7. I left off at 6.
I'll bring back 6. This 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 6. And it reads, it says, "May any man drive away and hungry lying in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when they have begun to burn?" It says, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer." It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Right. Yahweh Shai will be considered that hungry lion. You know, Yahweh Shai will be considered that mighty archer.
Yep.
Okay, that's the ones sending these things, man. The ones that's laying on these sword strokes is Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
Okay, so the best thing for you niggas to do is get on the Lord's good side, man.
God, God, it says,
because who can drive those plagues away?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The only way is Yahweh Shai to keep you covered from the plagues.
Exactly.
You know?
This is verse 9. 2 Ezra 16:9, it says, "The fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? It says, he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence."
I see you got the prophets out there, and we coming out with we saying these things is gonna happen. But see, that's not enough for people. All right, the Lord gonna actually have to showcase this off on a large scale, way better than he did in Egypt, like Brother Layash just mentioned not too long ago. Y'all got it.
You, Brother
That
Harrison.
was it on that. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna jump to that team. Go ahead.
Ashar?
Yeah, you want to say 16?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump 14.
Go ahead. Keep going on that.
Kind. Yeah. It says, I jump to 14.
Or jump to 37.
Kind.
That's the spirit.
This is verse 37. It says, 2 Ezra 16:37, it says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack."
Right.
Yes.
So like if I can add real quick, and how do we know this? Because we could just be bullshit. We could be telling you anything. 2 Ezra 9 and Habakkuk. That's the spirit. We on our spiritual height tower, and we got that advantage. Like we got the eyesight. We're able to see through the valley of the shadow of death through all this darkness, and we know that these things are letting us know. When I say these things, these prophecies are letting us know that our Lord Yahweh Shah is that much quicker to returning. And pursuing Isaiah the 34th chapter, we know that none of the books are going to hurt mate, because in the time that's coming, people not finna call on Allah. People not finna look to Buddha, the Quran for answers. They're going to remember those teachers that they seen on the street corners. Start with Elder Pastor on down. You got it.
This verse, it says, verse 38. 2 Ezra 16:38, it says, "As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth pains compass her womb, which pains when a child cometh forth, they slack not a moment."
Because if I may add, going into the childbirth, it's a thing called contractions. So that's in accordance to brothers bringing out the detentions, man. America is having these contractions, man, and soon as when that birth comes, that's when all the plagues is gonna come, and you're not gonna be able to stop it, like the brother was going into, man. Because who's powerful than the Most High? Nobody. So who's gonna override the plagues that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua getting ready to send to Babylon the Great?
Right.
I want to ask you, when the contractions are close, what does that mean?
The baby about to be born.
Baby about to be born. Yeah.
Okay, come on. So right now the contractions are close, man.
Yep. Because Yahweh Shah about to make his second coming. You know what I'm saying? It's coming like a thief in the night. Jake ain't aware of the tensions. Jake, see that this what Jake gets shit misconstrued at, because they seeing the judgments of the Lord, but they like, this shit always happen. Especially niggas in the hood, man. Niggas always die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But see, what you ain't used to is now you starting to hear these heathen nations whining and complaining and crying because they see the tension. They see that this shit about to fall. You got motherfuckers leaving America, going back to their homeland. Yep. You got these things really taking place. But Jake, the ones in that docile state of mind, don't really understand what the fuck going on. They're like, shit, man, this shit gonna get back to normal, man. It's America. This shit always, they always say that shit and shit go back good. Or they always, shit, that's what they gonna say. Remember the pandemic? They say shit was gonna be fucked up for a long time. You see how shit got back straight. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's when the destruction gonna come. They say, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes. Go ahead, Al.
This 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety," it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Like you said, everybody saying peace and safety, because it begins with your mindset. If you think everything's gonna go back to normal, or if you thinking the Lord not gonna do good nor do evil, and that's gonna cause you to feel like you secure, synonymous with safety.
Ultimately pushing that peace and safety, Esau, Edom.
Because
the scripture says they think that their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
That's the spirit.
So the only way for them to push that type of vibration, they have to say, well, everything's gonna be all right. All you have to do is just comply, just do the things that we telling you to do, and everything gonna go smooth.
But see, even with that shit, the shit that they pushing in the media. You feel what I'm saying? They pushing sport, bread and circus. You know what I'm saying? The shit that motherfuckers in the society love, that keep them in that docile state of mind. But not understanding the Lord is only going to continue to turn the knob, where the judgments are only going to get more intense. They're going to become more frequent. It's not going to be some shit that you just seeing on television. It's when you walk outside, somebody getting judged. Something happening to the point you scared to go out that motherfucker, because the Lord is in the earth so bad and he touching this place so bad. So Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the scriptures talk about the lamb with two horns that spoke like a dragon.
Yeah.
Like America likes to keep things under under the radar. They try to hide everything they do so it won't get out to the elect. But it's nothing you can hide from the elect because the Lord dealing.
Yep.
So he's speaking like a dragon, and after all these things, like it's an article that came out that the elder in Kansas City had did. The Department of Defense, they pretty much gave the government the right to shoot citizens on sight because they know that this election is it's something's about to happen, man.
Yep.
It's the spirit in the earth, man.
I was just watching this shit, and when I do a lesson, I'm gonna show brothers after the live. But you got where the nigga, they be having all them different podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had Ryan Clark talking about how the nigga Joey Bosa wore the MAGA hat, doing somebody press conference in the NFL. He was making a bunch of good points, you know what I'm saying, for real. But before I ain't going too off topic, but basically what he was saying was, it's like that shit, basically all that shit gonna bring about is, a separation, division, war. And that's just tension, because it's tension. It's like it's tension on all sides.
Yeah.
Whether it be race, whether it be who you voting for, whether it be for whether you good or evil. The scriptures talk about Sirach 33:14. He says, good is set against evil, life against death. The godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. That's what the Lord is bringing, division in the earth. He said, I came not to send peace, but a sword. That's tension in itself. Because in order for war to take place, there has to be tensions, right? Go ahead. You got
people that disagree.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and 19.
Go
Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of fire. People are going to add more things unto what's happening on the earth, man.
Yep.
Because the niggas are brute beasts, like brother just mentioned, and these people that don't turn to the Lord, they go by their wives by their own conceit, like the scriptures say.
Yep.
So they gonna take matters into their own hand, even to the point where they'll turn on their own family, man. That's why but Jeremiah 9th chapter says, trust not ye in every brother.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're not gonna have no distractions. Because when you go, like the brother touched on COVID, what happened, man? All the sports stopped. Everybody got shook. Oh shit, ain't no more football, ain't no more basketball. Hey, what are we gonna do? We got curfews now. So imagine when everything really shut down. They're not gonna have nothing to distract them or to keep them in their folly. They're gonna have to deal with reality of what is, And that's what's gonna put the great fear upon them, man. And people gonna start disagreeing. You're gonna have the civil wars and so on and so forth, man.
Yep.
I got a precept.
Hold on, let me finish. It says, and the people shall be as the fuel of fire. No man shall spare his brother. Even to, like you just mentioned, the NFL shit. That when it start getting to the athletes and these sports entertainment, these businesses, that's how you know they really about to cause a division, because people are already divided for fucking different teams. Like, how you live in Cleveland, you don't like the Browns. Like, I don't care about that shit. But it's things like that these people hold on to, and they gonna use it in the times to come. A nigga will probably really ask you, what's your favorite basketball player all the time? If you want this last can of soup, niggas will get like that, man, because they do it now. So how much more when shit really hit the fan, man?
This second Ezra 16 and 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So meaning nowhere which way you turn, it's gonna be tension, it's gonna be turmoil, it's gonna be strife, it's gonna be these things that the Lord said it would be. And that's how you know these are the times we're living in, because of the different examples that when you turn on the TV or when you go outside or when you in your everyday life, we see these things. Right? It says, oh, my people, hear my word, make ye ready to thy battle. This is how we preparing for the tensions, for the shit that's at the hand, for the shit that's coming down the pipe. And the Lord telling us what to be like. He said, and then those evils be as spirits upon the earth. Because he's like, y'all got to be ready to be on the move, because this shit getting ready to go down. And understanding this getting ready to go down, we got to be ready to forsake everything and not be like the rest of the world and holding on to these things, trying to be attached to these things in the midst of all this tension. You got it. Brothers got it.
Yes.
Salaki, can I bring this definition out for the word tension?
Yeah, go ahead, bro, because I had it. I was also.
Oh, you need Salaki.
No, you good.
You could speak on it then. This is
you got it.
online etymology for the word tension. It says a stretched condition. And anything that's stretched is basically being taken out of its comfort zone.
Bill. And see, just to add to you, because America's being removed out of its comfort zone. Being America's being removed out of its comfort zone, so is its citizens. The people that's attached to the people that's attached to this, the society or this world, and they seeing it being shaken, and that's why it's sending people into a freezer. Going back to you seeing these heathens, that's why they bugging out, because they like, shit, hold up, we ain't used to this shit being like this.
Us? Yeah.
America.
Read that back.
And, see, and with that too, what happens now? They get caught out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like in the days of Noah. But the elect are willingly removing those things already, so that way they won't be caught out there, man. And then what happens? Now you're gonna have to depend on Esau to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of already knowing that you got the Lord to help you out.
Yep, that's right.
You got slack.
Yeah, it says a stretched condition.
Mm-hmm.
It says a stretching, a struggle, contest. It says of state from tension to stretch.
Yeah.
To stretch. A nervous strain.
I looked that nervous strain up. It says it is a state of mental or emotional stress or tension. Because it says, what is that? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right.
You know, everybody's here is stressed out, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody in the United States of America is stressed out. If they don't look like it, they faking it, man. All right, people, you just read these news articles. You know, the average car note is fucking $900 a month. You see what I'm saying? That you think that person is not stressed out and just want to have a purge of his damn self?
Yeah.
You know, even Donald Trump even talked about that. It should be a purge. He pretty much said that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be all anarchy, right? Anarchy mean without government in the times to come.
He also said that basically if he give law enforcement at least 1 hour to go into the minority neighborhoods, just to be able to do whatever they want, just to limit down the crime, just for 1 hour, just to go crazy. It just shows you the type of times that we coming in. America is on borrowed time, man.
Yep.
You know.
And if I could add to your point, that's beautiful, kind of land back on what, because I said earlier, the media teases with this, predictive programming. Like, so when we see movies like The Purge, we're not looking at like niggas and like, oh, this was a cool movie. We thinking like, shit, this is light work compared to what Yahweh Shem Shai actually has in store for the wicked and for the just, because the righteous gonna suffer straight things, but we got hope in salvation. We got hope in the kingdom.
Yeah, because that Purge in the movie, it's only 12 hours of that shit. Who knows how long Jacob's trouble gonna be? With the famine, the different pestilence, and so on and so forth. Hey, the Lord is getting ready to send plagues, just like how He did in Egypt.
Yep, that's right.
I had to appreciate it.
You still read?
I got a couple. Brothers
This is Isaiah 19:2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. Right. Spiritually, this is Egypt right here. And
go ahead.
The Egyptians right now will be the average American citizens. What was you about to say?
I was gonna say how you know it is because when you read Romans, the 9th chapter speaks about Pharaoh, who's the modern day Pharaoh.
That's right. That's right. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. And just like the brother Ishar brought out, it could be something as simple as sports, and it could be something like complex as politics. How many times I work in social services, so I hear it all the time, just different views, because I deal with people all the time. They talk about, if Kamala win, this gonna happen. If Trump win, this gonna happen. But at the end of that conversation, it's never good. It's like we screwed. We got to pick the lesser of two evils, and eventually, like the Joey Bosa stuff, more of that racism, that covert racism, will come to the forefront. It says,
and then I can say there ain't nothing wrong with being racist, man. Race mean you just for your own people, man.
Yeah, how about Shem Shai is the first separatist, because he severed us.
Yeah.
So ain't nothing wrong with being racist. Like the brother said. Isaiah 19:2 again, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So it's been tension between the BRICS nations and NATO and the EU. I just read in an article yesterday how South Korea sent missiles on North Korea, or they was testing them. I got to go back and look at the article. I don't want to misinform, but the point being, the wars and rumors of wars is here. Like that tension is very thick in there. Is to the point where even your average American citizen can see it. and see the demise of America without correlating to the precepts. So how much more those people in the spirit who can actually see it and apply the precepts?
Right.
I looked up a question. I said, what causes civil war? Say political discontent, economic inequality, ethnic or religious tensions, social injustice, external influences, and historical grievances.
And America got all the ingredients for that.
Everything.
Got all the ingredients to cause that tension.
Yeah,
You know, because they're gonna come at us, concerning, because they like to label or put us in a category as the BHI. So that goes against their whole Christianity, their belief system, and especially what Esau system, how everyone could be saved and so on and so forth. That's gonna cause tension.
Yep.
Precept.
This second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, "Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?" And that's the question Ezra posed, because it's going into everything we talking about. It made him ask that question, like, shit. Well, shit, you showing me all this gonna happen and all this gonna take place? How the fuck I'm gonna be delivered? How I'm gonna get up out of here? Like, who gonna protect me? Who gonna keep me? Right? He says verse 18. It said the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. It said the beginning of famine and great death. You know what I'm saying? Because even though we talk about Psalms 91, it talk about how 1,000 will fall at your right and at your left, but only with thy eyes shall thou behold it. It's gonna be like that in the midst of Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be like that in the midst of civil war. The Lord said you're gonna have the angel of the Lord encamp around about them that fear, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And brothers gonna have to be able to stomach the shit that they see, because you finna see a lot of shit you ain't never seen. We living in a time like never before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jay gotta be considering like what's really at the helm.
Yeah, because even when you go into World War I and World War II, the soldiers they wasn't coming back the same.
Yep, that's right.
Especially during World War II, that's when you had the heroin epidemic.
Yep.
You had them motherfucking soldiers out there drugged up off heroin because of the shit they were seeing, man.
That's right.
To try to get away from that shit mentally.
Yep.
And they coming back with PTSD, coming back all junkies and shit.
Yep.
Coming back with bugs and all type of ailments.
Yep.
So imagine how World War III is going to be when it actually hits the streets of America.
That's right. Because even just to add to you, Salakia, just to add to you, even when you go into them the World War I, the World War II breakdowns of Revelation, the scriptures talk about how they sought death but couldn't find it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because when we going into it, like maybe like a month ago or so, you know what I'm saying? How they used to be in because they didn't have the morphine, they didn't have the morphine, they didn't have certain shit. You know what I'm saying? They were literally they were seeking death. They wanted to die. They wanted to be put to death rather than still go through the shit that they were going through. You know what I'm saying? So how much more now, like you said, doing World War III when World War III is in is on American soil.
Yeah, niggas want to talk about being in the trenches.
Niggas
don't even know what the trenches is, man.
Yep.
When you go back into those different wars and stuff, it was actually trenches being dug, to actually maneuver around the battlefield and to get over on the enemy. But if you had somebody bomb the trenches, everybody damn near in the trenches is dead, man. Or their body parts is severed.
Yeah.
So the niggas don't know what it's like actually, when the war come to your doorstep, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You gonna say something else?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's legal to form militias in the United States of America. But you got something called the Second Amendment. You got the right to bear arms. And Esau, his blessing truly is here in the United States of America, man. Them devils got over, I think it's more guns than citizens here. So all those things are gonna be used in the times to come, man. Your next door neighbor probably gonna click up with your family. Who knows, man? It's gonna really get crazy out here, man.
Yeah, well, you see the white sheep gang getting back together. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the shit that they starting to do. Jake starting to go back up in these trees. Jake starting to just pop up there randomly. This shit already starting. You feel what I'm saying? Jake just some last minute niggas. They the last ones to always catch on. Because Folly said in Great Dignity, Jake rather have a good time than prepare for the things that are coming.
And if I could add real quick, I forgot which fire department it was, but they got in trouble for dressing up as Triple K members. And to add to the brother ICR point, that's exactly why Yahweh Shem Shah is gonna have to lift up a standard. You know, Moab got these Chinese dogs, all this technology increasing. Esau really is coming down with great wrath. The scriptures talk about in the book of Job how the counsel of the froward is headlong. That's why certain things have to happen. So what? Prophecy can be fulfilled. And Yahweh Shem Shah can come through on his word and deliver the elect through extremely tumultuous and crazy times.
Okay.
Well, can a brother get that the enemy shall come in like a flood,
Yeah.
Babak Shah?
Yes,
fine.
I'm gonna finish this out.
All right, fine.
I'm gonna bring it back. The 16 to 18, he said the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evil come? He said the power's gonna stand in fear. Hear that? So even these motherfuckers, these high ups, they scared now. It show you that the way that they move and show you that they scared. Like you said, like the brother said the other night, the brother said these motherfuckers went from agenda 2030 to agenda 2025. You know what I'm saying? Showing you how fast they trying to speed shit up. Elon Musk dropped like goddamn 3, like a robot, a car, and some other shit in damn near the same week. You know what I'm saying? Showing you how fast these motherfuckers moving. Right? So it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent forth scourges for a member, for you niggas correction. You niggas wouldn't get right when I had the prophets set up on the highways and the edges, trying to tell you and warn you before the second coming, before all this shit happened. So therefore, I'm gonna send all these plagues. I'm gonna like this, like Nebuchadnezzar did. He made the furnace 7 times more hot than it was supposed to be heated. That's how the Lord doing with these plagues. He turning this shit up hotter than these niggas can stand it because they're gonna have to acknowledge how about Shem I was shine.
Kind
Brothers got it.
of, I had it.
Still Isaiah.
That
Yeah, the enemy come like the flood. Yeah, kind.
It's
You got something you ever
I had to Isaiah. I had to Isaiah.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
It's Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19.
Okay.
It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ultimately that's what all of this is going back to the word tension. It said, to stretch. Then when you go into the etymology of the word stretch, it says to draw out to its full condition. So everything go reach its max capacity, and then that's going to tell what? That's going to tell a persecution, because these devils, like the book said, they stand in fear. Okay, now, and the power standing in fear also translates to the different economies, the different governments and communities. So when things hit its full condition, it's gonna be revved up. Spirit's gonna be turned up. It's gonna get to the point where Esau Edom, he gonna roll in like a flood. Okay, with his different troops. Okay, mainly aimed at the elect. A lot of people gonna fall victim during the time of martial law being actually declared.
Yep.
But the elect is gonna be the one that's mainly targeted. But the Lord gonna lift up that standard, which is what the way to escape.
I appreciate
Nah, you got it.
I do too.
this. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1. But now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. And first and foremost, this applies, to the elect of the elect, which would be the 144,000 souls of men that were created before the foundations of the world. Okay, the remnant. Okay, that's who the Lord has called for to be him. He said, rejoice not that you have power over the spirits, but that your names be written in heaven. It says, verse 2, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. So we're going to be passing through a whole lot of chaos, man.
Yep.
We're going to be passing through a whole lot of bloodshed, death, persecution, and a whole lot of chaos.
Yep.
But the Lord said he will be with us, man.
Yep.
All right? Yahweh Shah is our redeemer.
Mm-hmm.
The same one sending these plagues, man.
Yep.
Same one putting spirit, put spirit on Esau to go haywire on you niggas, man.
Yep.
Hey, Yahweh Shah said that he will be with us always even to the end of the world.
That's
Like
right.
we're coming to the end of the world of the Edomites.
Mm-hmm. Because you gotta realize like how serious it is for like Yahweh Shah to pose the question. He said, when I come, shall I find faith in the earth? Like real talk, that's how real shit finna be.
Gone.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody gonna even believe, but the elect will. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to be striving for Yahweh Shem Shah. You know what I'm saying? They said him that striving for the master is let him strive lawfully. You know what I'm saying? So we striving by what? Keeping the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. walking according to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, not neglecting the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. Because 2/3 that refuse to seek Yahweh Shem Shai, they're gonna be destroyed. That's why the scripture says, Zephaniah 2:3, it says, seek righteousness, seek meekness, that it may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. You know what I'm saying? Because like the brother Shamar just said, the only one that can protect you from what's coming is the one that's bringing it.
Exactly.
So you got to be on the good. You got to be on the Lord's good side. So you got to be seeking the scriptures, searching the scriptures to find out what do I do to be found on the Lord's good side when He comes.
Just to finish this verse out, y'all got it. It says, verse 2, Isaiah the 53rd chapter. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. So guess what? Even the affliction that the elect catch, with the personal affliction, whatever it is, man, according to your lot that the Lord got to put you through, according to your testimony, man, your walk. The Lord said that you still not gonna be burned. You're gonna walk through that fire for sure. You know, this speaking to myself first and foremost, but the Lord is not gonna suffer you to be consumed in this shit, man.
Right.
And it's not all gloom and doom for the elect. It's not gloom and doom at all for the elect. The scripture say all things worketh good to those who love the Heavenly Father, man. Roughly paraphrase, y'all got it.
Well, it comes down to if you're willing to let things go. You know, that's why we use an example of Matthew 24. Yahweh Shai said those that are what's that that don't go back into the house to grab anything, roughly paraphrase. You know what I'm saying? What are you willing to lose? You know what I'm saying? Because when shit starts hitting the fan, you ain't gonna have time to go get your PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have time to go back and take the rims off your cars because you don't want nobody to take the rims and shit, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? But you got to.
I got something to back both of you brothers up because y'all mentioned a lot of things concerning the scripture that I want to bring out. This is second Esdras chapter 14 verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to battle, and in those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth." Right, and when you go into a brother can get it in the etymology pilgrim. It's basically
Salakia. I got excited when I heard it.
No, you good.
That's all. Salakia.
Yeah, because I don't want to butcher it. I know what it go into.
Okay.
You go ahead and get it. Pilgrim.
It's the etymology for the word pilgrim. It says a person traveling to a holy place.
Yeah, so you're going to be traveling. So the Lord going to have you out there, man. You know, go ahead.
It says as a penance or to discharge some vow or religious obligation.
Mm-hmm. And what we obligated to, man, this ministry, the body, we obligated to Yahweh Shem Yahshua because what? We vowed a vow that we was going to endure to the end.
Kind of.
It says, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit.
We seeking a miracle.
Yes.
That's a miracle for the Lord Yahweh Shai to come and crack those clouds and beam his elect up into those chariots. For the Lord to feed us when it's a famine. You know, for people to be healed that was blind or maimed or whatever the case may be. The Lord is about to show forth his miracles, man. We see what Esau's doing on the left-hand side, but the Lord is about to show his power on the right-hand side, man. So the elect are going to be seeking for these miracles to happen. This is our faith is banking on, man. Miracles. You know?
It's like if I can add to you real quick. We was talking about that in Isaiah 35th chapter. You know, that highway, it's only one way to get to the kingdom of heaven. Think about John 10 as well. That straight gate. This is what the straight gate consists of. Seeking for the wide, and knowing that we got to go through a passageway so narrow that only one can go in at a time. But that's what pilgrims do,
If I can add, the Lord gave us a map, to the treasure. Everybody don't got that map, man. They got the directions, because when you growing up, brother ever seen, Peter Pan or whatever the case may be, what show on the map? It show all the different angels that you may encounter, but you take this route, hey, you gonna get to that treasure, man.
It's like the brother quoted earlier, the Psalms 23rd chapter. You gotta realize scripture it said his law would be a lamp unto our feet. So it's a lamp unto our feet through the valley of the shadow of death. You feel me? See, that's why Jake can't see. It's dark to everybody else. But the light that cut on for us, we're like, oh, shit. God damn, like, they about to walk off the motherfucker. You feel like, hold on, let me goddamn start going back the other way. You walking past people in the dark because you got the oil for your lamp is burning. You like, hey, you don't go that way, bro.
Can I break it down at Matthew 25?
I got a little bit more.
Yeah, kind of.
This to back you up, Mashal. This is verse 41. It says, "He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "He that soweth as he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes."
Yeah,
Like I said,
Go ahead.
I'm about to say this real quick because it even says that in Ecclesiastes 3. It's a time and place for everything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, now it's the time to build your spiritual battery up, man.
Yep.
Because the things that's bound to come.
Yep.
You got it.
yeah. I was just saying, is people gonna be getting taken out of their professions, man. You may this guy, he's known, he's the neighborhood market man or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You go to him for this. He always has he has this skill set. He could bring this skill set to you and he could benefit you here. Well, in that day, guess what? All that's gonna be out the picture,
that's
man.
right.
Ain't gonna be no substance for you to be
A farmer,
a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
mechanic, and all that.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's why I talk about neighbors and true. Like you and neighbors, goddamn, break. Basically, like second, it just say like people gonna be spoiling each other homes and all that shit. Why? Because they're searching for resources.
Yeah.
It's gonna be destitute out this motherfucker. Like you said, that shit gonna be done away with. Motherfucker ain't knocking on your door to see if you got something and ask you for it. Motherfucker got them coming in a taking mentality. And you know the immigrants on there over here on American soil. You know what I'm saying? They come ready for war. You feel what I'm saying?
Because these Americans, they so
Spoiled.
basically spoiled, but they're basically emotionally attached to these things that are here in America. And that's why when you read Micah 2:10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, is not your rest."
Yep.
Because we already been practicing by detaching from America.
Mhm.
We're not going to let our children, our jobs, our car, anything tangible that we have to allow us to keep us here. We want to get the hell up out of here.
Yep.
So when I was reading, the 2 Ezra 14, it's basically you got to be in that spirit to willing to let all that shit go, man.
Yep.
Count it all lost, man, because all this shit gonna burn up anyway.
Yep.
Why are you holding on to a sinking ship?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, Jay, right?
You brothers got it. That was it on that.
John, I got something.
Yeah.
Con.
You said that Matthew 25, right? Or you was
Yeah, the brother had that. I mean, the brother that mentioned that.
You just start from the top.
No, get to the parable.
It start from the top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's at the top.
Yeah.
All right, this is Matthew 25:1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
And this is Dar saying about this is the nation of Israel, because we're all supposed to be virgins, right? But only a certain amount of these virgins are gonna have the understanding, of what it's gonna take,
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
Verse 2. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. So some of the people, like the elect, were taking heed and getting themselves ready for the bridegroom. And the other 5, they was tearing, like it says in Sirach 5:7, putting off day to day until, the Lord came.
And that just shows you the balance. Everything is a balance for Yahweh Shemel Shai. So you're gonna have the scripture talk about this, a false balance is an abomination.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Jacob's brothers gonna go through their certain allotted amount of punishment, and then there are a certain allotted amount of reward in this walk, man.
Mm-hmm.
To lead up to salvation.
That's right.
Come on. Matthew 25:3 says, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. So oil, you compare that to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. And the foolish don't have it. The scriptures talk about in the book of Proverbs, the oil is with the wise. Verse 4, it says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
And the scripture says that in Proverbs that the spirit is like a candle, a candle of a man. In order for you to keep your candle lit, you got to have that oil in order for you, to feed the candle, man.
Right.
To feed your lamp,
Elder Apostle Gabar, when he went over this chapter, that's trimming your lamp. We're trimming our lamps right now, doing the work, and the work consists of more than just doing videos. Like I say all the time, this is an all-inclusive ministry, But that's
is that it?
It's a little bit more.
Yeah, keep it in mind.
It's Matthew 25:5. It says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept.
Mm-hmm. That's like the brother's quote on Habakkuk too. Though it tear, wait for it. They think Yahweh shot Terry. They don't think he coming. Like the brother quote me Ecclesiastes 8 earlier said, they in their minds he ain't gonna do good or he ain't gonna do evil. They just think the Lord's gonna sit back, let this shit happen, and he ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody takes like it's like one of the apostles going into it. I think it was apostles last camp they teaching that everybody teach the Lord to be so good and so forgiving. But they don't talk about his bad side. They don't talk about how the Lord was fucking up people for being disobedient. It's always for disobedience. That's why the Lord, remember when the who was that that was on the donkey, and the donkey spoke to him because he saw the angel. He was being disobedient. You feel me? Yeah, not Ahab. Yeah, Balaam.
Oh,
He was being disobedient. You know what I'm saying? There was a certain point. It was a certain point of time he was supposed to get up and go, but he got up and go before the Lord told him to get up and go. So the angel standing in the path of smote, and that's what Jake don't realize. Everybody been doing what the Lord told them not to do. They've been doing on the contrary. So the Lord got shit set up just to kill these niggas.
Well, see, I'm thinking of the story of Jonah. You know what I'm saying? Jonah did exactly opposite of what the Lord wanted him to do.
Come on, man.
And see now, and now Jake, if you want to look at it spiritually, Jake is complaining about the tempest hitting the ship rocking to him for like, what's going on?
Like, oh,
you know what I'm saying? But not because they're going against the ways and the understanding of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
And that's beautiful too, because when you think about it through the Spirit, that's why they finna try to overthrow the men of the Lord, overthrow the ones that believe in Yahweh Shemel Shah. Why? Because the ship that's being shaken is a miracle. They're like, hold up, man, we gotta get these motherfuckers up out of here. They're like, for this shit go down. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they finna do.
Okay.
What they said, it's the Spirit. Just remember that they said 2 weeks before a civil war, they come and grab up those who know the truth. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, just to put that out there, I gotta find a video with you got it.
Okay. Matthew 25:6. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him.
Right, and midnight, like beloved Kadash always says, midnight, that's the darkest, hour, man. That's when everything goes down, man.
Yeah. Streets on
Jake Perry said, "Don't nothing ever good happen after midnight."
That's right.
Ever doing midnight. Yeah. When you don't even be out there.
And it said while the bridegroom tarried, Yahweh Shah said that he goes and he's going to prepare a place for us. That he had to go and do what he had to do in order for us to be able to continue in his ministry, man. Continue to be worthy. Our proving grounds is right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah. Verse 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves.
And we're collecting that oil right now.
Yeah.
You know, and this oil is going to allow us to find a way out. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in 1 Corinthians, that the Lord's not going to put more on us than we're able to bear, but make a way to escape. You know, I got a quick precept.
Yeah, me too.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, and verse. I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 31. It says, "And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another." And this is just the clash that I wanted to bring that out with when you have brought your precept out, Zariala. You know what I'm saying? That it's going to be everything is going to be either or. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be any gray area, man. You're going to be on one side or the other, man. You're going to be for the Lord or you're going to be for Esau. You know, you're going to be for pro-gun, you're going to be for anti-gun. You're going to be for pro-abortion, anti-abortion. You're going to be for Trump, whatever, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's always, like you said, it's going to be a battle against good and evil. It's that duality that the Lord loves to have, man. You know? So you're going to go through it. You know, even it says in 2nd Ezra that the elect will go through the straight, but hope for the wide. You know what I'm saying? We have hope for what we're about to go through, man. The thing that's about to come upon us. It's about to come upon the whole world. You want to say something?
Nah, it's just beautiful too. Even with that, like showing you all the different dualities that's gonna be at the helm. But in the midst of all that, everybody gonna be looking for the truth, because all hell gonna be breaking loose. Everybody gonna be looking for this wisdom, not the understanding. Like we was reading in Matthew 25. That's what the oil is. It's His word. That's what motherfuckers gonna be looking for. Like, what is gonna save me? Because you gotta realize when all hell break loose, that's when self-preservation kicks in. Motherfuckers ain't worried about living it up no more. They worry about how the fuck do I save my life. And talk about that in Sirach, I think that's the 11th chapter, where it say in affliction there's a forgetfulness of prosperity.
Yeah, kind
So
of.
that motherfuckers ain't gonna be thinking about him. I was just in the club, goddamn 2 weeks ago, goddamn popping bottles, living it up. Like shit was goddamn just smooth, goddamn I had everything I wanted. Motherfuckers ain't be worried about that. Scripts talk about they gonna be casting their gold and they silver to the streets, they idols. Motherfuckers really gonna be trying to figure out how do I save my life? How do I preserve myself? You gotta go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 8 and verse.
That's what I got right there. Go
11.
ahead. Spirit.
It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor of thirst for water."
But see now, just for simple-minded niggas will say, well, usually we're early in 16, there is gonna be a thirst for food and a thirst for water. But see, they ain't talking about that. This gonna be the most important thing. You ain't gonna be worried about food and water when your life on the line. You're gonna be worried about this wisdom not to understand it, because see, the scripture say, what is that in Matthew the 4th chapter, where he say Yahweh Shai say we shouldn't live off of bread or water. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna live off this word. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what's gonna keep us in that day. You got it out.
It says, "But of the hearing of the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh."
Come on, so now you're gonna be one now these same camps that you walk past when we was calling upon the name of Yahweh Shema Shai is the same spots you're gonna be running back to look for those men. They ain't gonna be out there like shit. I seen them on YouTube before too. Matter of fact, remember that piece of paper that they wrote the channel? They said they had YouTube. Where they said not a grid cut. Ain't no motherfucking YouTube. You guys, it's you and you, nigga. And whatever you chose then, whatever you put your trust in, that's what you're gonna have to deliver you. And it won't deliver you.
And that's the oil.
Yeah,
That's the oil.
That's
Right
right.
there. Even in Proverbs 1, it says,
Yes.
in their affliction they will seek me early. You know what I'm saying? Because when shit hits the fan, then they're gonna be like, damn, why is this brother? This brother ain't looking like he hurting. This brother like he eating a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What the brother been doing? You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord's gonna allow us to use wisdom to maneuver through certain situations, man.
Yeah.
Not give up hope. As the scripture says, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he should not be defended, man.
That's right.
You know. So we have the opportunity now to see what's about to come. You know what I'm saying, through prophecy, and prepare ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying, because it says that what's that about being foreseeing the evil. You know what I'm saying? And hiding himself, man. We're hiding ourselves with this understanding.
Yep, that's right.
You know.
Yeah, because at that point the elect gonna be sealed.
Yep, bro.
You know, the elect already gonna have the oil, so on and so forth. They're gonna be covered.
Yep.
But everybody else, hey man, spirits created for vengeance. Let the multitude perish that was born in vain.
Come on.
You know, all these prophecies really about to show forth, man.
Bro, that's like Jeremiah 15. Like we said, to the sword, to the famine, to the famine. Like when shall we go forth?
Yeah.
That show ain't gonna be to the mouth of the prophets.
Yeah.
Prophets ain't gonna have nothing for you in that day. You got it.
I'm gonna read this last verse because you jumped the gun, but I'm gonna read it anyway. It said, verse 12, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it."
There it is.
You know.
And keep the word wander, Bakashai, when you get a chance.
Yeah. Because ultimately, man, they're gonna be, like you said, they're gonna be trying to search on the internet, trying to figure out where can I get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding.
Yep, in a state of mind.
I got the word wander. It's the etymology for the word wander. It says to move about aimlessly, to wander. Like I said, they gonna be running, from sea to sea. You know, people gonna be they gonna be scrambling, trying to find the answers because they gonna be so perplexed. But the whole time, they're not gonna know exactly where to go. They might think about the name of the Lord or the men of the Lord, whatever the case may be, but they're not gonna know exactly how to reach it. That's why it says to move about aimlessly, meaning they don't got no set destination.
Yeah,
That was the last part. They shall not find it. You know.
Brother got anything?
You say, you ran it out, right?
Y'all had something too.
All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, "Then said the Lord Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind cannot be toward this people." Right. So Yahweh sent this prophets. And on deeper sense, Moses represents the law, Samuel represents the prophets. But he says, "And Samuel stood before me, yet my mind cannot be toward this people." Towards who? Jake. You rebellious, hard-headed niggas. It says, "Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth."
And it's
and go for what? To seek their own ways, man.
right.
Let them let them figure it out. Let them seek the guys that they've been loving on and can't let go and all that. Let those guys deliver them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's it. Well, like I said, right there, he's like, what shall we go for to the judgment, nigga? Judgment set, motherfucker.
Mhm.
Like, it ain't no more me telling you what way to go. This is the way to walk ye in. But you said you would not walk there in. There ain't no more of that. I told you what way to go. You didn't want to hear it? Okay, now I'm about to tell you where you go to now. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 15:2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death, to death, and such as are for the sword, to the sword. So judgment being issued out. You know, the modern day sword is the gun that represent.
Yep.
Well,
Basically, nigga, go die. Yeah.
You figured
Go
it
die,
out.
nigga. No, go die. He figured it out. It's already figured out for him. You just gotta walk into it.
Yeah. The Lord being rhetorical. It's like questions you already know the answer to. What I'm supposed to do now, nigga, I told you. I've been telling you. Captivity after captivity, I've been telling your stupid ass. Now,
So
go figure that shit out.
Your ass is great.
Just go play a trap while you figure that shit out. It says, such as for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity.
mm-hmm.
So these different scourges, think how Bashim Shah said upon his people. Why? Due to our disobedience.
Yep.
And it's a contractual agreement, that covenant. We broke it. And if it wasn't for the grace provided through Yahweh Shah, we wouldn't have a chance at our heritage.
Yep.
I got a precept. This is just going with that. This is Psalm chapter 9 and verse 16. It says, Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed.
Mm-hmm.
The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Salah.
Yeah, the whole world gonna know who the Lord is when
That's
he
right.
destroy the United States of America.
You
You know, it feel good to say that.
it
Got it,
does.
got it.
I'm about you, Ross.
Got
Yeah, but you know, sure, because that's what's coming, man. You see,
Yeah.
it's written. Okay, it's been written since back during Isaiah time that the United States of America was gonna be destroyed, man, and even before that. So you know, this was preordained before everything even existed.
Yep.
Okay, and the Lord is gonna magnify His name once again, man,
Yep.
because the whole world is gonna know what power did this, man.
Right.
Especially you elites, you already know the name. That's why you scrambling like a chicken with his head cut off, man. Because it says the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. And when you go into that word perverse, it goes to distorted, okay?
Mhm.
And everything that the United States doing here is pretty much sloppy, man. Okay, it's obvious what they're trying to do, man. And if you don't see it, it's just meant for you to get judged and get caught in that.
You got it. Con, this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9. And I'm going to just read verse 5. It says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest. Manifest. You know, so like your brother was going into, you know, the Lord had already preordained of what the day of judgment was going to be, when the Esau was going to come into power, when all these other kingdoms was going to come into power, and when the Lord Yahweh Shah was going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was already planned,
Yep.
you know. And now we in the end.
Yep.
Mhm.
I just want to add to it, right? This because I had some more on that word attention, right? And it says the AI overview for the word tension. So it's got physical, you got physical tension, but now it's showing you emotional tension, right? Because that's what America finna feel, that emotional tension, right? So I just want to add to it.
Yeah. Salaki.
It says a feeling of nervousness, fear, or anger, and you seeing it on these Edomites, man. We living to see the fall of our enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're watching the downfall of America, and these motherfuckers can't handle it. Like, they really feeling pressure, right? So it says, or a state of mental or emotional strain. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
You got to realize the type of pressure these motherfuckers under, still trying to hold on to what was, or what they feel like they losing. People trying to maintain their position in this life. You feel the same shit they did during the pandemic. The same shit they gonna do on the second go round when they shut everything down. They're trying to hold on to their position in this life. If you got something, go ahead.
It's Luke chapter 21, because that goes back to that.
Yeah,
They go back to that perplexity.
that's right.
This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 25.
God.
It says, and the subheader reads, the return of Hamashiach. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Going into the different super moons they be having. You see blood moons.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, every other week, if not every week.
Yep.
Solar eclipse that just passed.
Yep. Solar. Yep. The solar eclipse. Yep.
So these are all signs of the return of the Messiah.
Yep.
On top of what's going to be taking place,
Mm-hmm.
upon the planet Earth, because as it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations.
Come on.
You know, and that distress also goes back to the anguish we've reading about in 2 Ezra 16,
Right.
which anguish not only physical, but it's mental. You know, because these nations, they might be raging and thinking they're going to be up next. Okay, people might be thinking America's going to be continued, but the whole time they are about to be upset.
Yep.
It says, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves warm.
And don't you see that sea waves wrong with the hurricanes? You got the animals in the ocean beaching themselves. Hell, the way the animals moving, they let you know there's something going on. They every time you turn around, it's an animal doing something wicked, and they're not just one of them; it's a bunch of them doing it. You know, to let you know that something about to get ready to take place.
Well, that's they say in Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
The animals know when judgment coming, but you Israelites, you don't know.
Yep.
And then the sea can also represent the people.
That's right.
You know, the sea and the waves wrong. Meaning what people they go. That's gonna be the manifestation of the sedition that is talked about in 2 Ezra 15.
Yeah, that's right.
Rebelling against the government, they forming their militias.
Yep.
Like the brother said, it's legal, and the main people that know that it's legal is the Edomites.
Yep.
Because they're gonna make sure they can use their blessing of the sword as long as they can.
Yep.
Like for instance, down in North Carolina, I believe, with the hurricane and shit that hit down there, you had FEMA pretty much stopping the sheriff's department from getting the incoming goods that was sent down there. So that was like that was just adding more stress into people when you already offered them $750 for your land, man, for your house, man.
Yep.
So it's pretty much a slap in the face, man. And there's only so much people. The scripture called Babylon. He that smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Mm-hmm.
That shit starts to build up to the point where you gotta react at some point.
Yeah, you're gonna rebel.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, some more.
I got the blue letter definition for the word perplexity.
Yep.
Is G639, and this is the root word of the word for perplexity. This is the root word for the word perplexity. It says to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting. Which wanting, you know, translates to be left lacking, meaning you're gonna be without.
Yep.
Whatever it is that you may have had your hope in, because a lot of people they preparing their horses for the day of battle, like the scriptures refer to, meaning what? They trying to, because people know that it's about to hit the fan, and mainly the Edomites.
Yep.
They stocking up canned goods, they taking their kids to the gun range.
Yep, they doing all that shit. They doing all that shit.
Just because they think they gonna be able to succeed in the times we're coming into. But it said to be left wanting, meaning to be without. It says to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
If I can say out, because what did King David say in Matthew 23? I mean, Psalms 23. He said, you know, that what's it that dog? Yeah, that ride not that company. But it also says yeah, Baba the shot. Can you get it real quick? Slot it, bro, just real quick. You start from the top. It's Psalms 23. Yeah, kind of the first verse.
Psalms 23:1. The Lord Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want.
See, so we're not gonna want, we're not gonna lack in Babylon the Great, and the Lord's gonna give us food convenient for us until we're delivered up out of here, man.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we are part of those men that we receive that mercy, we receive that grace, you know.
I got one for you real quick.
So
Too.
let
go ahead.
have a comment, finish the comment. Yeah, it's like it, bro. You got it.
This back in the word for perplexity, the definition says to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn. Because it's gonna be turmoil. You know, everything is gonna be out of order. You know, according to Esau Edom's agenda. People gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be neighbors invade one another and so on and so forth.
Right. And with all of those emotions, nervousness, anger, you scared, embarrassed.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody just over there eating, laughing at your ass.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that's gonna add more stress into your. That's gonna
Vex them.
right.
Because that's why he say how for vexation of spirit. That's after they seeing that's after, because he said we gonna eat, we gonna laugh. Well, they gonna have vexation. That shit gonna be vexing. You watch, you tripping, ain't nobody else tripping. Like they ain't tripping. They don't see what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? Or what's about to happen, but it's about to happen to you. It ain't about to happen to them, man. You got it out, man. That's cool. Well, I'm gonna finish this out. This definition. It says a feeling of nervousness, fear, anger, or a state of mental or emotional strain. For example, tension in a relationship is the balance between what each person wants individually and what they want for each other. And see, the main thing we want to see these devils go. We want to see these devils pay for the shit that they did to the nation of Israel. We want to see them go into captivity. We want to see the chains of iron upon them. You know what I'm saying? But what they want, they supposed to keep their hands on us for forever. Let's say that. But see, we live in the way Scripture says, 6:9. This is the he said he said Esau is the beginning of the world.
Esau is the end of the
Yeah,
world. Jacob is the
yeah,
beginning.
Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the Satan. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that follower. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? They want to see the nation of Israel in captivity forever, and we ready to see them going into shackles. You feel what I'm saying? But because the scriptures talk about how the two men of children, how they wrestled in the womb, it started with tension. It's gonna end with tension.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that shit can cause a brain aneurysm.
God.
Enough tension mentally could cause you to have a brain aneurysm and die.
And so it raises stress, and stress is gives off a cortisol.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which will kill you, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and even the scripture talk about in Wisdom of Solomon about the apparitions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People Jacob's gonna be so on the edge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna start seeing shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna start hearing things.
Man, start feeling.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
they saying they hear shit now. Apostle was just going into it. Apostle did a lesson a couple of days ago talking about what he's talking about that Joe was putting out a spirit upon all flesh because the girl had a dream about World War III. You know what I'm saying? Jacob's trouble. She had that dream about that. You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers, they having these dreams. That's why he said the devil coming down to you having great wrath. He know you got to put a short time. You don't think if we seeing shit, you don't think they seeing shit?
Got it.
Shit. They being played, they being vexed right now. No motherfuckers pissed off. That's why they speeding shit up. They like, shit, fuck it, we just gonna roll on these niggas. Because when you make a motherfucker mad enough, like you said, it's gonna cause the people to revolt. But when they get mad enough because they can't get rid of us, they like, shit, fuck it then. They grab them sticks. They grab these military grade guns. They think them sticks and choppers is it. Let's grab these military grade. Like the brother said, shit, they teaching their kids how to do this shit.
Hell yeah.
And then on top of that too, they got machinery. You know what I'm saying? Actual robots. They got a lot of shit.
They got their own reason.
Jake not ready, but that's what that like possible going into. That's why Daniel 12th chapter. It's the time of Jacob. That's Jacob's trouble. Michael the archangel gonna have to stand up. He's gonna have to lift up a standard. We gonna need help from on high because of how real shit about to get.
Yeah.
What's got it though, man?
I'm gonna jump back to this Luke.
Got it.
This Luke chapter 21 and verse 26. It says, "Men's hearts failing them for fear
Come on,
and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
come on.
The powers of heaven shall be shaken." Powers of heaven going to the different governments, you know. And it said that men's hearts failing them for fear. People gonna be, and it said men. Okay, so you know the women they don't stand a chance, but it said men's hearts failing them for fear. People might be having heart attacks. They just gonna be bugged out. They gonna be unstable, you know, and they gonna be aggressive because that's what is the definition of the word cycle when you go into it in Matthew 24.
Yep.
But it says,
I got the word if you break down for the word failing. You know what I'm saying? Man's heart, because the heart goes back to the Hebrew word lav, meaning mind. But this is Strong's G674. It says to breathe out life, to expire, to faint.
it said to expire. Because people hope it's gonna come to an end.
They got an expiration date
It is. It is.
for their death.
It's gonna be time for them to get deleted. And people they gonna feel it in their spirit because they're not gonna have no answers.
Yep.
Because in contrast to the elect they gonna know what to expect. The Lord said, what, Isaiah 65, my servants shall eat, ye shall be hungry. You know, they shall drink, ye shall be thirsty. But people, they not gonna have it in their mind that they gonna have a chance to eat when they ain't got no food.
Right. She even add to you, because it said men heart feeling for fear. They're gonna be seeing all the shit that the Lord doing. They're gonna have to acknowledge how by Shem Shai. And then you're gonna be watching us in the cool, calm state of mind because we understand it's the Lord doing it. They're gonna be trying to figure out who's doing it. They're gonna have to acknowledge how by Shem Shai. Like, is God doing it? Allah, Buddha, Jesus? No, Yahweh Shem Shai. What? You feel what I'm saying? They don't know what that is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if they do call upon the name, once they get the name, it still ain't gonna, because you ain't got no works. Because the ones that is going back to 2 he said the ones that's going to escape, they're going to escape by their faith, by works, whereby they have believed. It's going to be about what you've been doing. That's why he said, blessed is the man when I come and say, I find him so doing. Doing what? Doing this work.
And that's why with the healing of Yahweh Shai, you know, when you read what he did, you know, he said that, you know, your faith has made you whole. We're looking to be made whole through our faith. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be 75%, you know what I'm saying, when Jacob's trouble hit, man. We want to be whole, man. You know what I'm saying? So that way when the ships of salvation come, we gonna be we want to be at 1%, man.
Like,
you know what I'm saying, using up all our energy, man.
Like,
you know?
Like James said in James the first chapter, he said entire lacking nothing.
Yeah, exactly, man.
We won't be lacking nothing when this shit pop off.
Yep. Hey, we're not gonna want, man.
Yep.
We're not gonna be without. You got it, huh? That was it.
Yeah, I had what the brother quoted, 2nd Ezra 9, and I'll go straight to the point. Verse 7, it says, everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. You know, so ultimately, hey, the Lord already know who's his elect is. The Lord knows who's putting in the work, who have the faith and works to show forth, you know, that they truly believe.
Yeah.
You know, and those ones are going to be covered, okay, with these set of pearls, these evil days, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
He said that's how they gonna escape. Everybody else, they not gonna have a chance to escape because they ain't did nothing for the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't got no riches that's put in heaven to cash out.
Done.
You know, they got all these carnal riches here on earth.
Yeah.
Well, it says that our conversation is in heaven. You know, our conversation really goes into your actions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly. So our actions are we strive to continue to have heavenly actions, man. You know what I'm saying? That allows us to, you know, when you start practicing stuff enough, you don't have to think about it no more. You automatically, you know what I'm saying, know what to do. You know what I mean?
It ain't on you.
Kind. I got a quick one. You know, you got one up?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I just grabbed this real quick. This is Isaiah 3:10. It says, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that's practicing in righteousness, that's going to be the fruit of our doings. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a righteous reward because of practicing in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have failed, even if you do slip, it's the fact that you don't let those things weigh you down, but you continue to press toward Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because you got 2/3 of our people that ain't pressing towards Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So this is verse 11. It says, woe unto the wicked. And we know woe goes into death and destruction. It says, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him. I mean, the shit about to get bad for these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? At an all-time high. It says, ill with them. It says, oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake followed everything outside of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Jake can't tell you nothing about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, nothing about the ancients, nothing about the scriptures, but they can tell you everything about Young Thug and his goddamn case. They can tell you everything about Charleston White. They can tell you everything that's happening on their favorite TV shows, but they can't tell you shit about the Lord.
Right.
You got
baddies, all these fucking women watching this goofy ass minstrel show, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got it.
This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 2. It says, when pride cometh, then cometh shame. Right now, everybody is in a prideful state.
Yeah.
That's why they doing things that's contrary to the Lord, because the scriptures say how the beginning of pride is when one departed from his maker.
Yep.
So when you walk around puffed up, the only thing the next step for you is destruction.
Yep.
You know what the scriptures say.
Yep. And that's why so much tension in the earth, because so many people puffed up with that pride. You feel me? That's why the Lord said, come to lay down the haughtiness of every man look. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody proud. You can't tell nobody shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? You not only can you tell them the scriptures, but you can't tell them shit that's gonna benefit them just on the carnal aspect. Motherfuckers ain't trying, because everybody got the answers.
What it's going to say to rebuke a wise man, he will yet become wiser.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Ain't nobody using wisdom nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? Until what? Until they gonna try to take some of your oil from your lamp, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But the angels are gonna protect us in that day. You know.
It says, and read it again, Proverbs 11:2. It says, when pride cometh, then cometh shame, which is what that translates to being embarrassed,
Yes.
being perplexed. It says, but with the lowly is wisdom. And it's the point, verse 3, the integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. So the integrity that the upright that had, the elect that had, okay, towards Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, that was going to lead them throughout Jacob's struggle. You know, synonymous with the Holy Spirit. But at the same time, it said the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them, meaning all the wickedness that niggas is indulging into and been indulging into and continue to indulge into That's what's gonna get them destroyed. Like the Lord said in 2 16.
That's right.
He said your sins gonna be your accusers in that day.
Yes.
I mean, what? The things that they was doing that they knew was off, because majority of our people that heard the truth, if not all of them.
Yep.
If they was doing things that they knew was off, and it's gonna come back to mind right when the Lord about to judge them.
That's the point, because it be your conscience that condemn you. You be knowing you done fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jake got no conscience. Like, you got a guilty conscience. Jake gonna have that guilty conscience. The Lord gonna be, plus the Lord say he search the heart. Yeah.
Time, brother. Time.
That was
You
it.
got something?
What you,
We got some.
Yeah,
Just
you better
real
ask.
quick. I'm trying to breeze through it. 2 Kings, chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at 25. It says, "And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver," which is a donkey head, and 80 pieces of silver will be 80 pieces of silver, man. Okay, for a donkey's head.
Inflation.
Inflation, in which the donkey's head, hyperinflation at that,
Yeah.
and shrinkflation, because with a donkey's head doesn't have that much meat on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It says, in the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
Bird shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Specifically, is bird shit is very runny. All right. So with that being said, if push come to shove, a nigga would drink that in order for him to survive.
Because people gonna be desperate.
Right.
They said they'd be in straits, meaning difficult positions. So in desperate times, it calls for desperate measures.
Because they never fasted before. So when those spirits get to attacking their ass, they gonna eat their children. They gonna do any and everything to keep their stomach full.
and like because I was going into, you know, that fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna you're gonna be willing to do anything in that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To survive, to just barely get by. You're gonna have women that's gonna be selling their bodies. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna get their children away.
Yeah.
They gonna get you got motherfuckers that's gonna get their children up. You get a motherfucker goods. Like, shit, don't rape me, don't do it to me, do it to her. Just give me the food.
And that's if they don't eat their children.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna say in the next couple of verses. That's what they resorted to at that time.
Yep.
Eating their own children.
Yep.
It says, verse 26, "And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee?
Yeah.
Out of the barn floor or out of the wine press?" So, hey, man, that's the spirit we coming in too, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we not counseling. We did all the time to counsel is now.
Yeah.
You know, when Yahushua came the first time, that was the time to counsel.
Yep.
The second time, Yahushua ain't counseling y'all niggas, man.
Yeah.
And we on the same thing. If the Lord can't help you, then what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yep.
You know?
Kind, if I could add, what the Christians love to say, it's never too late. No,
Yeah.
it is a too late, man.
Yep.
You know, the doors of mercy is getting ready to close, man.
Right.
So if you ain't got it in you, hey, you through.
Yep.
Right.
Because it says without a preacher, without a vision, the people perish.
Yeah.
Only way you're gonna get that vision is through the prophets, man.
Yep.
Well, when you go into that word vision, it go into prophecy. So these people, ultimately the Lord wants to destroy you people, man. And we down with that.
Yeah.
Got it.
I got a precept. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25. It says, Ezekiel 7:25, it says, Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. You know, bringing it full circle, that tension, okay, is being built up, okay, and it's about to hit its maximum capacity. Then that's when the Lord gonna let everything just hit the fan. It says,
and Ezekiel 7 is talking about going into the nation of Israel, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is swiftly coming upon you.
Yep.
You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, man.
Yeah.
What you got, right?
You'll jump up to 14 real quick. Just read that real quick.
Ezekiel 7:14 says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready.
And that's what we doing. We blowing the trumpet. We trying to get Jake ready for what's coming.
Yeah.
You can't see the tensions rising.
Yeah.
We feel it. We trying to tell you what's in the air. But Jake ain't trying to hear it. Right? You got it out.
So like it, that Benny Sieg, I can feel it.
Real talk, bro.
You know?
Apostle Gabar was just saying, he was like, I can feel it.
Oh yeah, Phil Collins.
Yeah, Apostle Gabar was just saying that in one of his lessons. He he feel like that all the time because it really is in the air.
Yeah.
And we could tell because of prophecy's sake that it's in the air. Yahweh Shai coming, and he ain't playing. It's this generation. It ain't your kids' generation. It ain't gonna happen 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. It's getting ready to happen right now. It's about being ready.
Yeah, kind of Christians, they got this song. It's pretty catchy, but it going on. It's I can feel the presence of the Lord.
Oh, come on.
Listen, I feel it in the atmosphere. That's how they
This Ezekiel 7:14 says they have blown a trumpet even to make all ready,
Right.
but none go into the battle.
So ain't nobody going. Like they hear it, but ain't nobody going. They tell you that in Ezekiel 33 and 33. Well, when you read up a couple verses, he like they gonna hear what you saying, but they ain't gonna do it. Like they hear what we saying, but their behaviors are not gonna change, and that's what they're gonna get judged for.
Yeah, even if you was even physically in a war, right? If you was of that warrior tribe and you was being called to that battle and you didn't show up, oh, it was a heavy judgment for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So how much more for this calling? You know, this is spiritual warfare we fighting right now.
Yep.
Man.
Like the brother read in 2 Ezra 13, it's a clash in the realms.
Come
You know what I'm saying? The realms are colliding. But it's happening in the spiritual. Now we're watching it happen and literally take place in the corner.
Done.
Judgment done been set. We just watching it play out now. You got it out.
Finishing out the verse, it says, "For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof."
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord is angry at everybody outside the elect.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump back down. Ezekiel 7, I'm reading 25 again. It says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." So that's why it says destruction is coming, because the Lord said His wrath is upon all the multitude. So everybody, when it's all said and done, everybody gonna know that the Lord was angry and He wasn't playing.
Yep.
So it says, verse 26, "Mischief shall come upon mischief," which that's evil upon evil. You know, bad time upon bad time.
Yeah.
It says, "And rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests and counsel from the ancients." And that's going into how people they gonna be seeking for answers, but the people that they may come across not gonna be the men of the Lord. So they not gonna have the counsel for you.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have the answer to be able to tell you what to do.
Yep.
That was it though.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one more record up.
You got it.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 13. It says, "Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such as of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." That's what we're doing, man. This is where it starts at. Renouncing corruption by what? Fighting the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're willingly fighting the flesh, then the Lord is saying, man, they actually trying, man. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff that I got going on in the earth, they abstaining from this, man. You know what I'm saying? Now they shining, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of darkness. It's easy for me to see these men. You know? That's what we're working for, man. That's what we're trying to do, is renouncing corruption. It says, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature." And that's a weak nature, man, being effeminate, man. Worrying about worldly things that can take you away from what's actually going to save what you got going on, man. Your family.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Your anything that you need that's relevant to this truth, man. The Lord is gonna fight for you, man. If you strive for the truth, like I believe you had quoted that.
Yep. Because it go back ultimately, just go back to the tensions that's gonna be in the earth. You feel me? Even though we understand that all this shit looming and all these things getting ready to take place, it ain't gonna stop us from serving Yahweh Shem Shai. When everybody get to seeing these things happen on a more massive scale, you're gonna have these motherfuckers raiding the grocery stores like they did in Florida when the hurricane hit. You're gonna have these motherfuckers raiding these gas stations. They're gonna be trying to save their life, but they're gonna lose it. We losing our life for Hamashiach Yahweh Shai namesake. And so that we save our life. We understand that what it's take. You know what I'm saying? Jake doing this shit in reverse. They feel like we got to store up on the goods, or we got to chase this American dream to save ourselves from this bitch crashing, or to be ready with what's going to happen. But we storing up on this wisdom not understanding, because it's the only thing that's going to preserve us in that day.
Got it.
Got it out.
Got it. Verse 15, 2 Ezra 14 and verse 15, it says, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times." And we got to go to the straight gate in order to flee from these times, man. The difficult gate, man. The gate that don't nobody want to go through, man.
Yep.
The gate that get brothers ridiculed from other Israelite camps, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The things that had to happen in the ancient times was written down to show us what we we're gonna have to go through, man.
Yep.
You know?
And rejoicing in the midst of these things too, because we that much close to getting the fuck up out of here.
God.
That's what we understand. We literally about to get out of here. If we beat them in and then do it to the end, we finna get saved. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no salvation for the rest. It ain't no salvation for 2/3. He said they're gonna be cut off and die. Because they didn't choose the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah. They didn't align in these ways. You got it.
It says, verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Yep.
You see, so this ain't shit right now, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is the preparation stage for what's to come, man.
Yep.
The tension is going to continue to increase until Yahweh tells Yahweh Shai, man, hey, go get the boys, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go get the boys, man. You know, you know, pop up already. Because vengeance is burning his heart, man.
Like it's
You know?
time.
Yeah,
I'm gone.
kind. So brother, good, brother. Everything else, cool. What's up?
Okay.
Okay, kind. You got that.
In 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 18, it says, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the while, which, you know, the straight things going into, you know, Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we're doing right now. We comforting, you know, the elect in the midst of the beginning of Jacob's trouble.
Okay.
You know, because like Apostle Tahar been saying recently, you know, it's gonna get worse before it get worse.
Right.
And worse, I mean, what? When the Lord return, but leading up to that, things gonna keep getting worse and worse.
Okay.
So the elect, they gonna be in the midst of that, they gonna be witnessing the different things taking place, and yet they gonna hope for the while, which is what deliverance.
Yeah.
They gonna have the work stored up.
Yeah.
Because like you were saying, people they saving their life. You know,
Yeah.
but the elect, they willing to trade that,
Yeah.
trade the status and so on and so forth on this side in order to receive immortality on the first go round.
Yeah.
God.
So it says, for they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and at the same time, you have the wicked and wrong people caught up in those judgments too.
Yeah.
It says, and yet shall not see the while, but they ain't gonna have nothing to hope for. They ain't gonna be able to hope for no deliverance, no way out.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they gonna be able to look forward to is the indignation of the Lord.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Hey, so Lord willing, us was edifying. We want to give. Is there any precepts on the comment board?
It wasn't. No, I didn't know.
Okay, kind. All right, so Lord willing, us was edifying. We want to give all honor, glory, and infinite worship to.
Yeah.
We want to give double honor to our apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone. We're well. Until next time, we say shalom.
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 Kwame Ashraf.
Shalom.
Bob.
Well,